Well, folks, as we move closer to the 20th anniversary of the worst terrorist attack in American history, my goal is to make sure we never forget the heroes that were lost that day. I tribute everyone who died, not just the first responders as heroes, because in the days following 9/11, this country had never been more unified. We owe that to all of those who lost their lives. They gave us a gift, the gift of unity, and that most certainly, sadly, has faded. But other gifts live on, by the way. Ronald Fazio Sr. managed to escape the horror of Tower 2 from the 99th floor. Despite building directions to do otherwise, Ron Sr. forced his office to evacuate before the second plane hit. He saved countless lives that day. He is a true hero. The boss, true bosses do, he remained behind on street level, holding the door for others. He had called his wife to tell her he's safe out of the building. That's when the second plane hit, and we believe the falling debris then killed him. At the time, the Fazio family held out hope, so they, like so many other families, headed to New York in search of Ron Sr.
And the urgent pleas for information just don't stop. Families are arriving at the armory, and they are armed with pictures, and they have undying devotion to find out answers. Rob Fazio is here from Closter, New Jersey, and he's looking for information about his father, Ronald.
He's on the 99th floor, and Tower 2, and we know that he got out of the building.
He did get out of the building.
He did get out of the building. We have reports saying that he got out of the building from people that have worked with him. So it's just a matter of finding where he is.
It's a tremendous amount of hope that keeps these people going, though.
Hope was there. That is for absolute sure. There was a lot of hope. Sadly, that hope faded as the days went on. I cannot believe that was virtually 20 years ago. I also virtually had the same interview with Rob Fazio, all right? That same day. I was working for WNBC in New York, and this is the important part that comes out of every tragedy, folks. Something good comes out of every tragedy. Rob and I remain best friends for 20 years now. I was even in his wedding. He is my consigliere, to say the least. He started an organization as well, this is where it gets really good, called Hold the Door for Others, right? That's what his dad was doing in memory of his dad, to help people, this group does, from suffering from grief, okay? To allow them to rise up and still do great things. It's an amazing organization. So with that, I'd like to welcome to the show the author of the new book, Bully Proof, a book his father would be very proud of, Rob Fazio. Joins me now. Rob, it is great to see you, my friend.
Grant, great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Can you believe, buddy, it was 20 years ago. I met you on the streets looking for your father. What goes through your mind now 20 years later?
Yeah, I think what goes through my mind is what you got back to talking about is the unity and how we've lost some of that. And every anniversary, I draw strength from going down to ground zero with my family. And then afterwards, there's always a little bit of sadness because there isn't that strength of connection that's ongoing. And I think that, you know, we talk about never forget, but we always have to remember the power that we felt, whether it was family members or 9/11 or just people literally around the world being human beings and doing what they do best, which is caring for one another and creating community.
Well, you know, Rob, your dad was the epitome of American greatness. He got his whole office out of that tower, 99th floor, Tower 2, saved how many lives? I meet you, and I would tribute you, I know our buddy's going to laugh when I say this, but I would tribute you to American greatness. You start this organization. You had a sign that day that said, if found, please feed Reese's peanut butter cups. That was your dad's favorite candy. And I thought, man, this guy has a sense of humor through the worst tragedy, and yet he's still moving forward. How did you do it that day, and how did you and your family continue to move forward 20 years now doing such great things with Hold the Door?
You know, it's never easy, but when you literally have such a strong network of people who love your family and believe in helping people grow through adversity, that really helps. And those days after, you know, when we were looking for our loved ones, every conversation was a pathway to a new relationship or uncovering a need that someone else really needs, that's really important to them. And 20 years later, going forward, I mean, this is just the beginning. When we knew that my father was gone, we said we needed to match the grief with growth. And that's what we really need people to do, is understanding that America's in really tough times right now, especially with COVID and all this uncertainty. A lot of people are fatigued. We've got to look to our left and look to our right, making sure that we're strengthening our neighbors and ourselves.
Yeah. You've got a couple little kids now. I'm looking behind you there. If we go to that wide shot of Rob, a solo shot there, you've got a Reese's bowl back there. You named your daughter Reese after your father's love of that candy. You take her to ground zero. Does she understand what happened that day now? And she's just a little one.
She is. She's 5.5, and this will be her 6th actual trip. And then we have another daughter, Ray, who's 11 months. We bring her every year. We bring her to New York. The tradition is we go the night before. We teach her about New York City. We walk around. She loves seeing the waterfalls and everything. She understands that Grandpa's in the sky and he's no longer with us. But right now, she's too young for us to explain the details. We're getting closer and closer to that, but we don't want to do the terrorist jobs and make our kids scared of doing things. But we will be honest with her as she's developmentally ready and let her know as we go what happened to her grandpa. She's already got the spirit of helping others, and she's fierce and got strength. So we love that warmth and strength about her.
Look, not to get too political here, but we know what happened in Afghanistan is just an absolute disaster. Terrorists are flooding that area now. This is on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. You've got soldiers and Marines who fought for that ground now that are just so frustrated. What's your message out of all of that? Are you upset about it? Are you worried about a future attack? You got a message for the soldiers who feel like maybe this was all for naught?
Oh, for the soldiers and the veterans, you know, the gratitude will go on beyond lifetimes. I did reach out to a few people that I know served. Their strength is crazy, and quite frankly, there are a lot of veterans that are struggling. But we know that vulnerability isn't always part of the military, and I think that we need to be paying close attention to people who aren't speaking up or might be behaving in a different manner. And the bottom line is we've got to support them. We've got to support people and get people out of there who want to get out of there. Yes, it doesn't feel great seeing an American flag getting taken down and a Taliban flag getting put up. But I will not be scared to go to New York City on 9/11 ever. I could be smart. I could look at the threats, but I will be there. And it's okay if you are afraid to go, but I would encourage you to go to understand what's going on exactly. I personally think it's the safest place, maybe in the world during 9/11. And that's part of me carrying on my dad's legacy. He was a New Yorker, born in the Bronx, and I love being in New York.
I'll tell you what, Rob, after knowing you for 20 years, you become such a dear friend of mine. Your father, through you, has taught me so much about life. You have taught me about life, and your whole family story is an absolute inspiration. So I urge people to go to the website, Rob, holdthedoor.com. Holdthedoor.com.
Thank you,
Rob,
Grant. We appreciate all your support since day one. You've certainly made a difference in us reaching people.
You got it. Rob, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family.
All right, talk to you soon.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.